Hello everybody, it's Elena, and in today's video we are building this really cozy family house in the world of Copperdale for a family of 5 Sims, in The Sims 4 obviously. So this is a 4-bedroom and 2-bathroom family house, and it has like 3 kids bedrooms and 1 parents bedroom, so that's like 5 Sims in total, because you definitely can't really fit more than 1 Sim into the children's bedrooms because they're really small. Like, all of them are super small, they're the exact same size, and they are all on the 2nd floor, and that's like the only thing that's up there. And then the parents bedroom is kind of like on the other side of the house. You have to walk through the little sunroom greenhouse sort of thing to get there, and I think that's really neat. I really like this house. I had a lot of fun making it, and it was just super cozy to create it, and I hope you all like it too. So I did build it in Copperdale, and I really like this world. I feel like it's just so cozy. I really like the vibes that are in this world, and I really enjoy building here. So I do build here quite often. I feel like I've been building here quite a lot since we got the high school years expansion pack. That is where we got this world from, if you didn't know. But I really like this world, and it's definitely my favorite thing about the high school years pack, because I honestly didn't really like the gameplay that much. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. That's not what this video is about. But yeah, I had a lot of fun building this house, and I was kind of inspired by a house that's like sort of close to my own house. And the other day I was just going on a little walk with my mom, and we walked past this house, and she told me that they had a really like cozy greenhouse sort of thing, or like a sunroom, and she wanted to show me. So we were kind of like staring at this house, which was probably a bit weird, but no, it wasn't like in a weird way, but we were just admiring it, I guess, from afar. Of course, we didn't get too close, but she was just telling me that she really liked the greenhouse sort of thing that this house had, and I think it was like something they had gotten built onto their house fairly recently. And I saw it, and I thought it was so pretty and so cute, and I really wanted to build something like it. I felt very inspired to build something similar to that in The Sims, so that is this build. So it kind of like had its main building similarly to how this build has its main building, and then it had that sunroom and then a little like other building attached to the sunroom, and that is also what I did in this house. But apart from that, this house looks nothing like the house that I saw in real life. But I definitely really liked the house that I walked by. I thought it was really cozy, so I just wanted to take some inspiration from that one. And yeah, I don't know, I thought that was nice. But I was thinking a little bit about the family that I envisioned living in this house and their story and whatnot. So as I said, it is for a family of 5 Sims, so I was thinking 2 parents and 3 children, and I was thinking that they have 2 teenagers that are probably twins, and then they have 1 child-aged Sim who's like maybe 11 or something, so like a preteen sort of age, and then the teenagers are like 16 or 15, so they are well into their teenage years, I guess, and they're kind of in that rebellious phase, and they're not really like that kind to their family members. So like all of the bedrooms, the kids' bedrooms at least, are on the 2nd floor, as I did mention, and they are all the same size. And I was thinking that when this family moved into this house, the parents just like asked the children to decide amongst themselves who should live in which room, and then the child got the room with the bathroom attached to it, so that room has like an ensuite, which is really nice. And then the teenagers got the rooms that have like a balcony that they can walk out onto. And the thing is, like, on the balcony there's like a little hidden ladder going down so they can escape from it, and I feel like they probably go out every night and go to parties and whatnot and are super rebellious, and the parents just don't know anything about it because their bedroom is quite far away from their bedrooms, so they don't really hear anything about that, and they don't know that their teenagers are just super rebellious and leaving the house every night and getting out into trouble and whatnot. But yeah, the teenagers were like, yeah, we're definitely gonna choose the rooms that have the balcony, because even though it's pretty nice to have a bathroom that is attached to your room, it's way better to have a way to escape from your room at night. So they really wanted that, and I feel like they just do not respect the child Sim at all, so they probably just barge into their room every day and just use the bathroom there. They don't even like knock or anything because they just don't care about that child, and they're just like super mean and in that like very rebellious stage in their teenagehood, I guess. So I thought that was pretty fun, and I didn't really think too much about the child and like their personality. I guess they just haven't really gotten a personality yet. I don't know, but I made their room like I think kind of purplish, and then I made one of the teenage bedrooms like super white, and there's like not a lot of color in there, and I thought that was pretty fun because I don't really decorate a lot of like completely just white bedrooms or interiors in general, so I thought that was pretty fun and interesting. And then the other teenage bedroom is kind of blue themed, and it's just, I don't know, a little bit more masculine, I suppose. So yeah, that is just the kids' bedrooms for you. And I was imagining that one of the parents is a gardener or like a botanist or something, and I put the little flower arranging table in the little sunroom, and I just imagined that they make some flower arrangements and they sell them on like Plopsy, or they go out into the town and sell them on one of those like tables that you can sell your items on and make a bit of a profit. So I was just imagining that's how they make their money, and then I don't really know what the other parent does. They probably just work a regular 9 to 5 or something. I didn't really think about that, but I think this house is really nice, and I had a lot of fun making it, and I think it's super cozy, and I think it's very like family-esque and homey in a way, so I really like it. And it's not like on a very big lot at all. It's on a 20 by 20, so they don't have a lot of room for like a backyard, and their backyard is like super open. It's not closed off at all. That way it's also really easy for the teenagers to just escape, which is fun. But yeah, I don't know, I really enjoyed making this house, so I hope you all like it too. I think that's all I have to say about the build for now though, so I just want to say that I hope you all had a very lovely Christmas, and I hope you got to spend a lot of time with your loved ones and all of that sort of stuff, and I hope you had a lot of good food to eat. I definitely had a very, very good Christmas, and I'm still like celebrating Christmas because in my opinion Christmas does not end until January, because I just want to be in this little Christmas euphoric bubble and I don't want to escape it, so I'm not going to. Okay, so yeah, it's still Christmas and I'm still, you know, celebrating and just enjoying these days and whatnot, so I'm just having a good time. But yeah, Christmas Eve and like the Christmas days, like the proper Christmas days, were really, really good for me, and I just had a really good time with my family members, and everything went smoothly and perfectly, so I'm very thankful for that, and I hope everything has been going well for you all as well. But I cannot believe that this year is coming to an end, and I can't believe that it's going to be 2023. That's like mind-boggling to me, and I don't really want to accept it, so I'm just going to pretend it's not happening. And I really don't like New Year's Eve, but I don't really want to talk about that in this video because I don't really want to make myself sad, and also I really want to post one more video before this year is over, so I want to talk a little bit more about like the year that has, you know, gone by, I guess, in that video and whatnot. I don't want to do that in this one, but I just wanted to wish you all a very, you know, Merry Christmas, or I wanted to say that I hope you all had a very lovely Christmas and all of that stuff, because you deserve to have had a very good Christmas. And so another thing is, the other day, I don't really remember how I stumbled across this bit of information, but somehow I saw that apparently the average size for a house in America, just like in all of the states in America, is 2,500 square feet, or like around that. And like square feet, they don't really mean anything to me. I don't really know what that means really, because I'm European, so we use square meters, not square feet. And so I put it into like a calculator to see how many square meters that was, and that's around like 230 square feet, I think, or 250. Wait, let me just check because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Okay, I googled it, and Google says that it's 232 square meters, which is so big, and that's just like mind-boggling to me because that's so much larger than like the average home in my country. So I kind of like wanted to see what the average home size is in Denmark, just for reference, and I was kind of like getting curious at that point, and Google told me that it's around 150 square meters, and I don't really remember how much that is in square feet, but like judging by how 2,500 square feet was 232 square meters, I'm thinking that it's probably like around 1,800 square feet. I don't really want to check it right now, I'm too lazy, but yeah, that's definitely like a huge difference. Like 2,500 square feet compared to 1,800 square feet, that's a huge difference. So yeah, I thought that was so crazy, and I cannot get over how big the average house is in America. And then I also like stumbled across this piece of information that told me that American houses are on average apparently 3 times bigger than UK houses, which is so crazy to me. I don't really know how legit that is, but that's just something I saw on Google. I think that's so crazy, and I just have not been able to get over that, and I think it's so wild. I don't really know exactly what the reason for that like huge difference is. I think it's probably because that, for one, houses in America are cheaper to build because of the materials that they use, and also just because like there's so much land there probably. I don't really know, but it's just so crazy to me, and I think that's wild. Like, I knew that American houses were so much bigger than European houses were on average, but I didn't know it was that like much, and they were that much bigger. But yeah, I don't know, I think that's crazy, and just like an average middle class family can get a so much bigger house in America than they can get in Europe or something like that. I think that's so interesting. But yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to share that because it's been taking up all of the space in my mind for the past 2 days or something, so there's that, I suppose. And now that I think about it, I think I saw that bit of information when I was looking up like McMansions or something like that, because I think McMansions are so fascinating, and the way that these like ugly ass really weird houses are just like mass produced is so weird to me, and they are kind of like fancy but like not really, and they're super ugly. Like, I don't know, I think they're so strange. And if you haven't like heard of the website, I think it's called McMansion Hell. It's really fun, and you should definitely like take a look at it and just like see all of these really ugly houses, because they are so weird. And I cannot believe that they were actually built. I don't know, American architecture is wild to me, but I like it. I think it's kind of fun, and I definitely like am very inspired by American architecture in my builds. Like, a lot of my builds are just like very suburban American inspired. Also, that noise you just heard was my radiator. It's kind of loud sometimes, I don't really know why, but it is. So yeah, that is that, I guess. But I don't know, I like American houses to some extent, but I don't really like them when they are like too American in that way, if you know what I mean. Like, when they're just like super boring. But then again, like, I don't really like Danish houses either, just like the newer ones that are just mass produced. I think they're so boring. And like, I personally live in a 70s house, and a lot of the houses that we have here are from the 70s because they just like built a lot of stuff. And I don't know, I live in one of those, as I said, and I think it's so boring and like so uninteresting, and there's like literally nothing appealing about this house on the outside. It's so boring. There's nothing interesting about it, so I don't think that's very fun at all. But I really like houses from like the 1920s or the 1950s and stuff like that, when people actually like put in effort to make their houses look nice on the outside and whatnot, because I definitely feel like people put a lot of effort into making their houses look nice on the inside, and they really want to make it cozy on the inside because that's where people spend a lot of time. But I really like to just look at houses that are really pretty from the outside. I really like that, just like to drive through neighborhoods and look at pretty houses. But that's mainly just like in upper class neighborhoods. You don't really see that in middle class neighborhoods at all, and I just live in like a middle class sort of area, so the houses around me are really not interesting at all. But then like the other day when I was walking with my mom, we did like go a little bit further away to a nicer area with older houses that aren't from like the 1970s. I don't know when they're from, probably like the 1910s or something like that. Like, they're pretty old, and the house that I drew inspiration from for this build is also like a pretty old one, but then like the other parts, like the greenhouse sort of sunroom, I don't really know what to call it. The sunroom probably is like newer. I think they probably made that a few years ago in like 2018 or something, so it's very new compared to the rest of the build. But I really like to just go around and look at houses and drive around in like richer neighborhoods to look at their houses. And sometimes my dad and I, we like to just go around and make fun of rich people for their Christmas decorations around this time of year, because it's really fun. And then we just like make fun of them if they don't have a lot of like nice lights and whatnot, or if it just looks bad, because that's a lot of fun. I don't know why, but making fun of rich people is just one of my favorite hobbies. It's very enjoyable. I don't really know what it is about it. It's a great time. So we do that sometimes, and that's nice, okay? But yeah, I don't know. I really like houses, and I'm very like interested in architecture, but as I do say in like a lot of my videos, I know absolutely nothing about it, and I have like a hard time dating houses. Not like, you know, going on dates with them. That's very weird. Why did I say that? I don't know, okay? Anyway, but I have a hard time like putting a date on a build and telling circa like when it's from. I think that's very difficult. I just know that I don't like 70s buildings, and I think that older houses are a lot prettier. And I do like modern architecture quite a bit when people actually like put effort into it, and an architect drew it and like really thought about what to put everywhere, and they really like put effort into the houses, and they aren't just like mass produced. I think that's very interesting, and they can turn out really nice. But I think that just like newer suburban areas with mass produced houses are super boring, like so uninteresting and just kind of sad to be in, and I don't want to live in an area like that ever. I probably will because, you know, it's just like what is affordable to the majority of people, but I don't really want that. I would really like to live in like an older house from, I don't know, like the 1800s or something like that. Yeah. Or in some nice apartment with crown moldings and pretty stuff like that. That would be so nice, but those apartments are so incredibly expensive. Like, ooh, I definitely will not be able to afford that ever. So yeah, that's not gonna happen, but it would be very, very fun to live in a nice apartment like that in the heart of Copenhagen. I would really enjoy that. And speaking of like Copenhagen and buildings in there, like it is so frustrating for me to like walk around there because I see so many like beautiful buildings that are super old and like detailed, and they have such like fun and interesting things about them, and the people that made them made like little like figures and stuff to go on the roofs, and they made little like completely unnecessary towers to put on the houses just to make them look better. And I think that's so pretty and so interesting. And then you see like right next to those pretty houses some house from like the 1990s or something that's just completely boring and so sad, and it's just like a black box or like a pale yellow box, and it's just so ugly, and it just makes me so upset because like why did you not put in effort and try to like match the level of design on the buildings next to you? Like why did you put such a bad and ugly building next to these beautiful masterpieces? That is not acceptable. I don't like that at all. So that's really annoying to me, and it just like ruins the entire like picture. So I don't like that. I don't like it at all, and I really feel like that is a federal crime, a war crime even, and the people that did that should be punished. But they are restoring some of the older buildings and trying to bring them back to their former beauty instead of just like tearing them down and building new ugly buildings, which I'm very happy about. So yeah, I'm glad that they're doing that for some buildings, but I really just believe that they should make some buildings that are a little bit prettier when they are building in these like really nice and historical areas. And I don't think that they like necessarily need to try to copy those buildings that are next to them, because it's fine if they just like put something modern or like more modern, but like make it interesting and pretty, and like try to make it 2022 but like in a pretty way and not in like a boring way, you know, if that makes any sense to you guys. But I feel like they just do that far too rarely, and it's just really sad to see when buildings are just like so boring next to pretty buildings. I don't know, that's annoying, but obviously that's not like a very big problem in the whole scheme of things, because there are a lot of very bad things going on in this world. So maybe this is not what I should be angry about, I suppose. But then again, like it's history, and it's like sad that they are ruining something that was really beautiful and that was made back in the day by putting ugly things next to it, you know. That's sad. So it is important to kind of like respect those old buildings, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know, I think that's sad. So I wanted to say that, I suppose. And I kind of feel the same way about cities like New York City, because like obviously we have these beautiful and iconic buildings like Empire State and the Chrysler Building, and I feel like Rockefeller is also like kind of iconic, but it's not like super pretty. Obviously the Chrysler Building is so pretty, in my opinion at least. I really like the Art Deco style of it. And then they put that like needle, I don't know what that's called, but like that really skinny and super tall one that you can see from the Rockefeller Building. I mean, you can probably like see it from everywhere in the city because it's really big and just like in your face, I suppose. But I saw it when I was in the Rockefeller Building. So that's just like why I said that, I suppose. But it's just like so ugly, and I feel like they are building a lot of those like just super boring buildings that are taking up a lot of room and just a lot of like, I don't know, attention in these skylines in New York City. And I think that's really sad, and they should just respect the older buildings. I don't know why I ended up going on a rant about architecture and what bothers me about architecture. I'm really not sure. That was not what I wanted to do in this video. I mean, I didn't really have a plan, so I guess it's fine. But yeah, I don't know why I did that. However, I think I want to go on a drive with my dad later and just like make fun of people and their like ugly Christmas decorations, because some of these people, they really do not know how to like put up Christmas decorations outside. It's really not cute, and I'm not trying to like be mean, but like they put in the effort and they put up some lights, but they just do it so wrong, and it's just like these bad shades of white, I suppose, and it's just so ugly and I hate it. So I'm gonna go make fun of them today with my dad, I think. So yeah, anyway. But right now in the video we are just finishing up the bedrooms. This is the last bedroom that we're working on, and it is the more masculine-ish teenage bedroom, and the other one right next to this one is the white one, and then there's the more purplish one for a child. And then after that we're gonna do the balcony and the like backyard, or lack thereof rather, because there's not really much of a backyard, but you know, like the outside areas. And that is basically it. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already and you enjoy my content. I would really appreciate that, but you don't have to. But you can download this house on my gallery page. My ID on there is just LacyLena, exactly like my YouTube channel. So besides all of that, I hope you're having an amazing day, and then I cannot wait to see you all in my next video that I will be posting in just a few days. So bye everybody.